Hi friends, thanks for watching. I just wanted to do a video about techniques that large companies use against, average users, average end users. So I am dealing with trying to help my dad navigate a lot of confusion. So there's a company, Comcast. We've heard about Comcast for 20 years or something like that. So they, like a lot of companies, they'll use like two names interchangeably, but they're different companies. And then there's like completely different branches that they use. So uh, so trying to navigate that has been kind of confusing. What is Comcast? What's Xfinity? Are they separate companies? Comcast, and is Comcast Xfinity its own company? And then you have the different companies. So one is mobile, and then there's the landline one. And so in dealing with that confusion, so I'm still trying to figure out what the problem is. And because a lot of companies now don't really do their work, like they don't really help the customer, you're just so beholden to the telecommunications industry that you just pay them whatever they want you to pay. It's like a mafia, it seems to me. So so he got a mobile phone, and when I look on his account in 2018, yeah, there was activity. And then if I recall correctly, like that was when his I think that's when his mobile phone started, or maybe that was just when his landline. I mean, it is all so confusing. And the thing is, like, I, as a family member, should not have to learn the whole mechanism of Xfinity as it's distinctive from Comcast. I mean, there should be employees. Like, I'm basically an unpaid employee of Comcast, and I've had to be this unpaid employee of Comcast Xfinity for the past year because Comcast Xfinity won't do a paper bill. They're the Comcast Xfinity Mobile. Okay, like it's like you have to. So they don't do paper bills. Have you ever done something where there's no paper bill? I mean, I guess like Amazon, so they think they're like Amazon, but it is really confusing. And the fact that there's elderly people, like there's some elderly people who are independent, and to expect them to navigate really complicated uh, websites and companies. And it is my theory that Comcast, Xfinity, and companies like that deliberately make it so hard for a new end user to figure out. And the thing is, Comcast, Xfinity, and companies like that make it so difficult their employees don't even know what's going on. Because my dad has had a landline, I think, since 2018 with Comcast, and he asked when he set up the account, and he asked when there was problems in the future. After 2018, he asked for a paper bill. They said that they would give him a paper bill, and they never did. I was just trying to figure out what is going on in my dad's account, and I set it to paper bill. So even though my dad repeatedly asked for a paper bill, was told he was going to get a paper bill, he never got a paper bill until I, his daughter, figured it out. I mean, this company is shameless, and I have filed a complaint, multiple complaints with the Attorney General in New Jersey to look into Xfinity Comcast escalations for elder abuse, because I have communicated with escalations for a year, and they basically ignore me. They give me this weird phone runaround thingy, and and they don't even seem to know what's going on. So they called my dad, and they really should have just responded to me. Like, for some reason they're not talking to me. I'm the one who's figured out the whole system. They're trying to talk to my dad, who doesn't know how to use computers. And so they're basically trying to use my dad's ignorance against him. And they're telling me that my dad is streaming the internet on a phone. He has no phone. So he's not streaming an internet the internet on their phone. And according to the documentation that they actually just gave me a few days ago, they admit that there's no service. Like it's not on. So like they're lying to themselves, they're lying to me, and they're making things like they're causing anguish. They're causing me a lot of anguish, and they're causing my dad anguish, and it's very disruptive. And they and like I don't know, like are the people in these customer service departments just sadistic? Is it like just hey, we're going to torture customers, and we're supposed to be treated like gods because customers need their phone so badly? I really think like do not get an Xfinity mobile device. Avoid Comcast Xfinity mobile if you like a paper bill, because they won't give you a paper bill and they don't even know what's going on, because so I looked in my dad's Xfinity mobile account, and like it says that there's no device. There's no device that's showing in his account. There's no data that was showing in his account, but there was all these charges, hundreds of dollars of charges. So, and I tried. I gave screenshots. I spent hours trying to make it clear, and because I can't get into calling Tasha W at Xfinity, so when I try calling, the call drops. I was able to make one call, and then after that, the call automatically drops. And then I was able to call through the same system, but a different number, and I was able to get in through. So I feel like it seems like for some reason my number was blocked, even though it was the second time I tried calling Tasha at their escalations department. So, folks, if you want, like, the thing is, we have to navigate these predators and these abusive businesses, because abusive business seems to be what passes for business nowadays. And so I just want to encourage you, avoid abusive businesses, avoid these predatory businesses like Xfinity Mobile, because they're not going to give you a paper bill. They're not even going to know what is going on. They don't know that you don't have a device. They don't know that you're not using data, but they're going to insist that you are using data, and they're going to insist that you have a device, even though the documentation proves that that is not the case. And this is what passes for their escalations, their executive escalations. So anyways, I don't understand how business can hire people who lie, who willfully lie, who ignore the facts right in front of them. It's insanity. And like how do they, like what I am trying to figure out is when, like, this method of this predatory lying type of business mentality that seems to be the standard. So if they're lying, like, where does the lying stop? I mean, because they have lights on, they're paying the rent, for their building. So like, so they must have some sort, because like, if you're a liar in everything, then you're like, you can't steal everything all the time, because eventually there's no more to steal. And I mean, I guess maybe somebody bought the building and maybe bought the electricity a year in advance or something, because at this rate, if these people are behaving this way, like lying, I don't understand how they can participate in society, because they're just going to lie and say, oh, this laptop is mine, or something like that. Like, so I don't know if I made sense in that thing, just this diatribe that I'm going through. But anyways, I just want to warn people, avoid Xfinity Mobile. They won't give you paper bills, and it seems like they're gonna do inexplicable charges, and they're going to insist that even if you don't have a phone, and even though there's no data being used, that right now you're using it, and you're streaming phones on it, and it's just your problem. So anyways, watch out and complain about these predatory businesses. This is evil. This is the decline of civilization when we allow these abusive predatory businesses to harm people, because it's abuse. It's extreme negligence and abuse. So thanks for watching.